Just waiting for everything to go live. Make sure everything's streaming and going okay. All right, looks like we're live and things are looking good. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. If you are joining me, I don't have any viewers right now because I didn't schedule this. I just thought I would throw it up because I thought it was a cool video that I've been wanting to do. But anyway, I wanted to do like a quick review video of basically my first month selling on eBay. Today is April 1st, April Fool's Day. So that means that I've been selling on eBay for a full month now. I started at the end of February, so I think like February 27th or 28th. But March was my full month selling full-time on eBay. So I just wanted to do a quick update. I've had a lot of things happen, a lot of stumbling blocks, a lot of things happen, a lot of good things, some negative things. Basically just a lot of learning is kind of what's going on. So I wanted to share with you guys how that's going so far. So I'll just go ahead and jump into it. So my account is suspended right now. I cannot create any new listings on my store until Tuesday. So yeah, my account got suspended. So what had happened was, anyway, so what happened was I had a tweed, like it's a Chanel style jacket. So I had a jacket and I listed it like probably about 30 days ago, and then the listing expired. So I relisted it and I kept all of the information the same. So I kept the same title, like description, everything was the same. But for whatever reason, when I relisted it, then it immediately got triggered as like a copyright or name. What is it? Copyright infringement? I think that's what they told me. But the reason I got suspended was because I used the word Chanel in my title. And, looking back and thinking about it, like I know about like that there are certain brands on eBay that you can't use their names. And I also know like if, you're selling a pair of jeans, like you can't use like a different brand in that jean from that jeans. Never, if the piece that you're selling, you can only list that brand in the title. And along with that, there's some other brands that you just can't use, or other words that you can't use. Like I know you can't use the word Velcro, and I also know you can't use the word onesie. So I've known of like these types of words that you can't use, otherwise you'll get your account suspended. But I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know. So yeah, I used the word Chanel in one of my listings, and I listed it as a Chanel style jacket. And the reason I did that is because it is a Chanel style jacket. Like I use a couple of diagrams that have different types of jackets and like different types of skirts and dresses and stuff like that. I'm sure if you guys are listing, you use something similar. But the type of jacket that I was selling was a Chanel style jacket. It wasn't made by Chanel, but it was a Chanel style jacket. And that's like a specific style. So whatever. So I think what happens in that case, I think the brands like Chanel, I think they're monitoring the listings, and if they find a listing that's using their name, they contact eBay, and then eBay, obviously suspended me for it. So whatever. It was only 3 days, so it's not that bad, and things can still sell, but you just can't create new listings. So I had a lot of listings, and I wasn't planning on doing a lot of listing this weekend anyway, so it all worked out. I'm not concerned. But I did also get a warning. It was actually from like a lawyer of this company. So it's from the website BHFO, which I don't know. I don't know what BHFO is. I know it's like an online clothing retailer. But I had one of their pieces, and it was new with tags, and it had a BHFO tag on it. So I used the term BHFO new with tags, and they sent me an email. I was glad that they did this instead of just like contacting eBay directly, but they did send me an email and said, if you're not blah blah blah, this is copyright infringement. They like threw out all these like legal terms. It was kind of a scary email, but they basically said if you don't change the title of your listing within 24 hours, we're contacting eBay, and then eBay will suspend your account. So that wasn't a problem. I mean, that was really easy to fix. Like, I just edited the listing and deleted their brand, and I haven't heard back. So I responded and said it's done. But I mean, it's annoying that this happens. I mean, I guess I don't understand like how they have legal territory here, because it's like I'm selling a used piece of clothes. Like the Chanel thing's different. The BHFO I don't necessarily get because it had their tag on it. So like I think it's fair to say like it's from this retailer and it's new with tags because it has that tag on it and it says it. So like I don't understand why you can't say that, but whatever. Moving on. I mean, it's not a big deal at all. So yeah, my account suspended. I almost got suspended earlier. Then it did get suspended. So yeah. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is returns, because I've gotten quite a few returns. Well, not quite a few. I've had 4 returns total. So I think I've sold about 170 items. So when you think about it, 2 returns out of or 4. That's what I said, yeah. 4 returns out of 170 isn't that bad. I mean, it's close to like a 2% return rate, which isn't super great, at least according to eBay. But I don't think it's that bad. But I did want to talk about like how weird and funny and bizarre returns are, because I just wasn't expecting it. Like, I knew that I would be getting returns. Like, of course, like if you're selling a lot of clothes, you're going to be getting returns. But I guess I didn't expect like, oh, sorry. I guess I didn't expect like the reasoning for the return. So it's kind of funny like when somebody asks for a return to like read their reasoning, because when they go through the return process in eBay, they have to like give a reason, and it's like from a drop down menu or like a checkbox. They also have to, they can give pictures or also give reasoning, whatever. I decided when I first started selling on eBay that I would just return anything and like full refund for anybody that asked for a refund or complained. I just think it's the easiest thing to do, and I know everybody's different, but at least for me right now, I'm sourcing things from the bins, so that means that I usually pay $1 or less for an item. And so even if it does sell for like $25, I'm totally fine cutting the loss at like $4, because when you think about it, the item cost me about $1, and then if I always do free shipping, so I pay for shipping. So at most I'm out like $5 for a return, and that now that I guess now that I'm only shopping from the bins or like really low cost items, I do shop other places, but I am really only paying like $1 or $2 for an item. So I just want to keep it that way for now until I get things figured out, because yeah, I do admit that like I failed a couple of my customers on quality, although I'm not sure. It's tough. Like, so I guess I'll go through my returns. So like my first one was just like a blouse. It was like a floral print blouse, but the lady said that there was a stain on it, and I just don't believe her. I mean, I really don't. And I think she's somebody that's like used to being on eBay, because she just sent me a return request through eBay and said like, please send me a return shipping label. And I thought that was interesting, because obviously she knows what she's talking about and doing if she's asking for a return label, because she's done it before. But the item, she paid $9.75 for the item, and then she's with free shipping. So I made about $4 or $5 on that item. But she knew that like, shipping it to her for like $3.75 and then shipping it back to me. And then if I were to list it again, I would have to pay for the new buyer's shipping. It would cost me money if I were to receive the item back and then try and resell it. So I think she knew that. And I think she was just trying to get a free item, because she told me that there was a stain on the blouse, but I did not see it in my pictures. And I remember that piece, and it was incredibly clean. So I do feel like a couple of my returns have been just like flat out lies, because this one, for example, like it was a floral print, and she said there was like, she described it as like a massive stain that and she said it was impossible to wear because she would be so embarrassed that that there was such a big stain on it. But I take my photos with my really nice camera, and I think it's like 13 or 20 megapixels or something like that. So like you can really zoom in and like see like all of the details of the clothing. And then I also use really nice like photo lights, and so these lights will show literally any flaw. Like if you're looking at an item like in the store, like I'll totally see an item and I'll see no flaws, but as soon as I get them under my photo lights, I'll see the flaws. So I just know, like, I looked at the images that I took of this item and I just couldn't see what she was talking about. Like I had no idea what she was talking about. So I think she just, I mean, maybe there was a stain, but I really think she just wanted the item for free. So I just, I immediately gave her a full refund, and then I apologized and I said, hopefully the stain's not too bad. Hopefully you can get it out and still use it. And then she responded back, was like, oh no, the stain is horrible. Like there's no way that I could possibly get it out. There's no way that I could wear this. So I'm just throwing it away. I was like, okay, woman, like, I don't see what you're talking about. Like, there's literally no stain on this shirt, but whatever. Like, $10, whatever. It's fine. The next one was interesting because it was a lamp. And this I bought on the first time I went to the bins. And it was like it was a really nice lamp. I knew it was from Target. It was probably like about $30 new. So I sold it for $6, but then they paid like $13 in shipping. And then that was like a weird one because they just emailed me back. So they paid $6.70 for this lamp. Then they emailed me, and this is when I didn't have, like, I wasn't taking free returns. So I had it set as buyer pays for shipping returns, whatever. And they just emailed me and said, like, or through the return process, and they just said, didn't like it, found another lamp I like better. And so according to like eBay's policy and like the way that I had that listing set up, they would have had to pay another $13 and something cents in order to ship me back the item. So I just gave them a full refund. It was only like $6.70. And again, they paid the shipping. So I refunded the value of the item, and I was like, I just don't even want this back. So that's fine. I let the lamp go. Another return I got, I totally understand this one. She sent me pictures and was really nice about it. It was like a LuLaRoe shirt. She paid $10 for it, and it had a lot of pilling in the armpits, which I didn't see. So I felt bad about that one. Again, fully refunded her, told her just to keep it. And then the last one, like, this one really was weird. It was a prana skirt, and the lady sent me this really long email, like, I never, ever return anything. I feel so bad about it, but the quality of this dress is just atrocious. There's a huge hole in it that prevents me from wearing it, and there's no possible way it can be repaired or fixed whatsoever. So it was a bummer because she paid $22.50 and I shipped for free. It was really light. It was only like $3.50 for shipping. But again, like, I take my pictures with really high quality lights. I take them with a really high quality camera with super megapixels. So I looked at the like full image files of this dress again, and in it she even said, like, oh, in picture 4 you can see a pin-sized hole. That's exactly what she said, a pin-sized hole. So it's funny because, like, in the first paragraph she said, like, it's an enormous tear, like that she couldn't possibly wear it or couldn't possibly repair it. And then in like the last paragraph she said, like, in picture 5 you can see she said like a pin-sized dot, and she said that's the tear. And so again, I looked at the images and I literally did not see anything. So I just don't understand what it was like. It's like one of those like flowy dresses too, that like there's no way that like literally a pin-sized hole is going to prevent you from wearing this dress. You know, so I get it, like, they wanted a perfect item, and that's not what they got. But it's just a bummer that I lost like $24 or 20, whatever. But I'm totally, like, I just need to keep the mentality that this is business. Like, people will do that. It is what it is, you know. Just give the refund and move on. So yeah, I'm interested to hear, like, if anybody else has any funny stories with returns. I think the thing that I find most interesting is that every time somebody gives a return, like they have to be so dramatic about it. Like they couldn't just say like, oh, there's a pin size hole and like, you know, like I wanted an item without holes in it and I want to return it. Like that'd be fine. But like to like write out this long dramatic thing, like it would be so embarrassing for me to leave the house in this item. If somebody saw that hole, I would be so embarrassed. And it is impossible for me to sew this pin size hole up. It's just not even possible. Like it's just funny that people like need to be so dramatic about things because it's like I'm gonna refund you. Like just you don't have to like make it sound like this is like the nastiest thing you've ever seen in your entire life, you know? Anyway, so that's returns. So I guess I've covered the negatives so far. So I got a warning that my channel would be suspended. I got my channel suspended. I've gotten a few returns. The next couple things are pretty positive. So I wanted to touch on my revenue for the first month. I guess I can pull it up and see like my exact revenue. I want to say I'm at about 2,100. Let's see. Sucks that I'm suspended right now because I had a whole bunch of listings expire. And I want to relist them, but I can't. Let's see. Summary. The other cool thing... Oh, I wanted to talk about this too. So yeah, I can't... My computer's being slow right now. But yeah, my revenue... Oh, wait. Here we go. $2,167 in the past 30 days. That's pretty amazing. And then $730 in the past week. So, I mean, that means that like if I keep up the same pace, if I don't, you know, grow at all, I'll be making about close to $3,000 next month. But obviously, like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and things will increase a lot more. But it is really awesome to see that I brought in so much revenue in my first month of doing this. It's really amazing to see. So if you're thinking about doing eBay or like thinking about doing this, thinking about reselling things online, just do it. I mean, literally, like in 30 days, I've made $2,167. I mean, that's crazy. That's really cool. Because like when you think about it, most businesses, like it takes a long time to become profitable. But this one, it's like I became profitable after the first week. It's just really cool. So yeah, that's a huge win for me. I'm so excited to see what April's going to bring. I'm really gonna just keep pushing and really see how far I can take this. My goal for April is to do about $4,000 in revenue. I should actually push that up. I should do 5,000. I'm gonna try for 5,000. Hear that? My goal is $5,000 in revenue for April. That brings me on to the next thing. I wanted to mention, I'm so excited about this and really proud. But my store gets reviewed again on April 20th. And currently I'm on track. It says, you know, in the little eBay thing, it says if you were to be graded today on your performance, I would be a top rated seller. So I only have a couple late shipments, and the reason for that is because USPS sucks. It's totally not my fault. I've gone to the post office 6 days a week since I started this, but the post office, there's just a few times that they didn't scan items in, and because of that, I got dinged. So I just have to make sure that all of my items get scanned in when I drop them off. So I go to the post office, I wait in line, and I make sure to bring my scan form and make sure that I see them physically scan all of my items in to make sure that I don't get dinged again. So I'm going to keep that up. Again, I'm going to the post office every single morning, and I'm making sure that every single item I drop off gets scanned in because I don't want to take the risk of losing that. So I've been doing a really good job at shipping. I'm really proud of myself for just keeping on that. What are the other things? I've had 100% feedback. I think I've had about 50 feedbacks this month, which I think is really good, and all of them are 100%, which is awesome. Like everything everything's 100%, like got item as described, received on time, blah blah blah. So that's really, really awesome to see. What else? The return rate. I've had a couple of returns. I was lucky that one of them I caught. She sent me a message instead of a return request, so I just refunded her through PayPal, so it didn't show up on my eBay, which was nice. So that's still good. Everything else is going really great. I'm really sticking to what eBay wants. Shipping really fast every single day, making sure things get out on time. Yeah, all of that. So I'm really excited to hopefully become a top rated seller in April, because you do get a discount on your final value fee, I believe. And you also get increased visibility in search. So I'm excited to see that. And I think it will come at a time where I do have a lot of inventory, because I'm planning on just really grinding the next month. So that's really cool. The next thing I wanted to touch on is my inventory. So you can see behind me, this is like probably half of my inventory. But I have everything like in a separate box, and then the letters on this box are the inventory box that I put in the, what is it called? The custom label in my eBay listing. So every time I take photos and whatever, I put them in a box, and then I make sure that the listing in the custom label gets this number in it. So when I do shipping in the morning, it's streamlined things so much, because I can just kind of sort things like what's in box WI, and then I can just go in WI and pull out all the things I know that sold and that I need to ship. So I got these boxes on Amazon Prime now. I think you can buy them like all sorts of things. They're called banker's box. They come flat, and then you like fold them. They have a lid, but they're really nice because they're stackable. They're all the same size. It's just really easy. So yeah, I was really proud to get that done too. Whew, I need a drink. My mouth is getting dry. But yeah, I think that's it. So I've had a really good month reselling on eBay. I'm definitely going to keep doing this. I'm going to be pushing like really, really hard this month for sure. I also got like a new photo area set up in my office. I got my office like organized and cleaned, and yeah, I've just been going really hard, and it's been really exciting, and it's been really nice to see like the positives. Like it's really cool to see that I'm going to become a top rated seller next month. It's been really cool to make over $2,000 my first month doing this. It's been so nice and so much easier to have all my inventory done, and yeah, so things are going great. I just wanted to catch you guys up on this. So, ooh, got a burp. Sorry. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you probably tomorrow. I'm going to be going to Goodwill Bins tomorrow, so I'll be doing a haul and probably be live about noon. So thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.